My whole thing, I just have to say this, is self-love. And right now I'm delving into the thing about me and my hair. Because I think our hair as women, especially black women, is very politicized. Like how we hair is a big deal in our relationships, in the workplace, in the family from a very tender age. And so I'm sharing this part of my healing journey, um, and just to let it. So before my camera went, my phone ran out of memory. I was saying like, just let this message I'm trying to convey touch whoever it needs to touch. Because I started this channel to share with whoever it needs to hear the message I've got to share. And basically I'm just sharing my journey, like not my hair journey alone. And it didn't even start out anything to do with my hair, I didn't think, but just healing as a whole person, mind, body and spirit. And obviously hair has got a lot to do with that, which is why I went natural back in 1994, I think it was. And it's just so beautiful. I have to say thank you. I'm not even going to call names because that's going to take ages and it's going to be rambling. You know who you are. If I follow you, I'm talking about you. If I follow you on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, people in my everyday life, you know who you are. You've influenced me in terms of loving who I am, in terms of my hair. Sorry. In terms of my hair, in terms of who I am as a person, how I behave, how I think, in terms of how I eat, and how I love as well. Those people, you know who you are. I'm not going to start calling names because it will take forever. So many people have influenced me in a good way. And even those that maybe taught me lessons, but their lessons came wrapped in sandpaper, I even thank you as well. Those people that were hurtful to me and caused me pain. I really do think there's certain things that I'm doing with my life right now that I wouldn't be doing if I hadn't gone through that pain. So it's good, it's all good. It's all to my favour. Yeah, but let me just try and stay focused. Sorry, I feel like I'm really just scatting around, but I'm sure something in what I'm saying is touching someone. Blah blah. What I really wanted to say is that for me to talk about hair is really relevant because I feel like I take for granted, because I'm really saying that it's relevant, like I'm trying to explain to somebody. No one said anything to me. I just feel like why do you want to talk about hair? Are you jumping on the bandwagon? But I'm not jumping on I'm not jumping on the bandwagon. I don't even know why I'm questioning myself like that. I just feel like so many people come up to me and ask me about my hair when it was in locks, and now that it's loose, and even before when my hair was loose before I locked up, people used to come to me and let me know that I inspired them even, or they wanted to know how I achieved certain things, which back then I was, there wasn't the community, I was struggling and I was managing all right with my hair. So I realised by the number of people that ask me things about my hair, about my health, about my well-being and managing, stress and certain things using holistic health, that I wanted to share. So that's why I started the channel. But the hair, I think I've not really touched on. I've shown you some styles that I've done with my locks and with my loose hair so far on the channel, but I haven't talked about, like I said in the last, before the camera cut off on my phone, the politics with my hair, how I've managed that, my experiences in relationships with my hair, different ways. Yeah, so my hair, like I said to you in the last part, this is not all me, but I'll take it if people want to think it is. And tell me what you think. Tell me, does it look like it's all me, or can you tell it's not? Anyway, Sorry, I'm just really, even though it looks like, if this was my own hair, I'd be like, this is the hot mess, what I'm going to do with it. But because it's not mine and I bought it because I wanted it to look like it was mine, and there are things that I can do with it, and I will show you in other videos, but not today.
Yeah.
I'm really rambling. Okay, let me just finish up with the last 5 minutes or so talking about what I take for granted. I think I take for granted that I know what to do with my hair if it was in locks. So many styles, so many beautiful styles. I know how to take care of it. I feel beautiful with it. I take that for granted, that I don't feel uncomfortable going for job interviews with my hair like that. I don't feel, it's just, I'm so comfortable in that now. And obviously there was a time when um, I was a bit worried about what people thought um, with my locks, and even when I first started going natural, but it was less when I had loose hair than when it was with my locks. And I think that is more to do with where I was at that time when I started growing out my relaxer and growing just out an afro. There was a fire inside me, and I think that was because certain books I was reading where I really didn't care. I was ready for anybody who wanted to say anything about my hair, and when you're ready, no one don't say nothing. It's when you're not ready that people want to come and trouble you. That's what I've found in my experience anyway. So yeah, I think to me, and I spoke about. I think I've blogged about this somewhere on one of the social networks, or I've left it in one of the video descriptions. But basically, what I've found is when you love yourself, because love to me it is it's something you do. It's a doing word. It's a verb first of all, just basically, and it's a feeling, and it is a behavior. And to me, when you say someone loves you, they do things for you, but you have to do that first for yourself. So for me, because I was loving my hair, I was encouraging myself to wear my hair certain ways. I was you know caressing my hair and doing stuff with my hair every day. um People really quickly grew to love me with my afro, and I became the girl with the afro, and people complimented me a lot very quickly. I don't, maybe it's because I'm looking back, but I don't remember having a really long period of people being nasty. um but that might be again to do with like the family that I come from. I grew up in a Rastafari household. The extended family were like Muslim, Christian, Christian by default, and but in the immediate family, like I woke up in the morning every day, and it was you're beautiful, and your hair is gorgeous, and blah blah blah. It was probably the extended family where I did experience what everybody talks about across the social networks about our hair, like your hair's this and that. I don't even want to repeat it with my mouth right now because them things are just so far behind me. um yeah, so I think you have to love every single bit of you, and that's what I want to share. Like, what I want to say is, me having my hair natural has allowed me to bring out a confidence. I have to tell you this, yeah. When I first went loose after I relaxed it, I went back to loose again after, like, obviously, like, from birth I had natty or loose hair always, and then for probably 18 months I started experimenting with all these madness. Then my hair kind of fell out, and then I was like, no, right, now I know why my mum and my dad didn't want me to relax or process my hair, and from then I have never looked back. But I had to go down to like what you guys on YouTube were talking about, teeny weeny afro. I didn't call it then. Now my hair was just butters. That's what I thought. It was just crusty, and I had to wear a hat for 6 months, and it was winter then, so that was cool. And then started to come to spring, a bit warm, and I was wearing a bandana, and people kept asking why you're wearing that, and then I didn't know what to do with it, and I used to just sit there plaiting, and then end up thinking, oh, I'll plait my whole head, and it was all different sizes because I was just messing around. And then people used to come and say, oh, do you want to come to town? And I'd be like, yeah. And they'd be like, I'd take off my bandana, like, where you going, who you walking with. It was not nice. um but obviously I didn't know. it delete that. Delete.